Opens. Some of you have been wondering about a timeline for one of the state's biggest attractions, Six Flags over Georgia. Well, new at noon, amusement park officials just announced some new protocols as they prepare to welcome back the thrill seekers. Our Rebecca Schramm's live at Six Flags. And Rebecca, do they have an opening date set yet?
No date yet, Karen, but you know what? When it does happen, they're going to be ready with some new protocols. One big change, remember how you used to be able to just walk up and get a ticket? Well, not this year. To control crowd size, you must register online in advance, and that's not all. Six Flags over Georgia had been closed so long, weeds were starting to take over at the main entrance, but now the landscaping guys are back.
We are very busy right now making plans.
Marketing director Gene Petriello tells me as soon as the governor gives the go-ahead, they'll be ready to get rolling.
Once we have an opening date announced and we get closer to that date, then the reservation system will open.
Six Flags released a video showing the changes guests can expect. For starters, guests will pass through infrared thermal scans to check for fevers. The clean team will relentlessly disinfect high-touch surfaces. Hand cleaning stations will be everywhere, and for now,
masks are going to be required to enter our park. Obviously, it's very important to make sure that our guests, as well as our team members, are safe.
So how will the mask rule work at Whitewater?
That's interesting. It's hard to wear a mask right when you're in water, but that's something that we are still looking into specifically. That's why Whitewater is not having an opening date either at this point.
He asks guests to be patient.
We want to open this park as much as everybody else does. We can't wait to have this park open, but we have to do it following the governor's orders, do it when he gives us clearance to do so, and we have to make sure we do it in the safest way possible.
And by the way, if you are looking for a summer job, know this: as soon as the governor says it's okay, Six Flags will be hiring. Live in Cobb County, Rebecca Schramm, CBS 46 News.
Great information, Rebecca. Thanks. As Georgia reopens, some of you have been wondering about a timeline, and we told you that's what they are expecting. As soon as the governor gives the okay, then we'll be ready. All right, let's take a look now at some of the numbers for the coronavirus pandemic, what we are finding right now. The latest numbers here in Georgia, the state health department reporting more than 43,000 cases so far. More than 1,850 people have died from the virus here in our state, and more than 514,000 tests have been administered. Wild Memorial Day weekend crowds could be putting lives at risk during the coronavirus pandemic. Cell phone video circulating online showed this massive crowd near Edgewood Avenue, right at Cafe Circa. They had a big party there yesterday, a day party that drew a big crowd. Many people we saw not social distancing. However, a group we talked to outside said when they saw that line, they immediately were turning around.
If it's too crowded, we ain't going in there. we ain't going in there if it's too crowded. We really? Still, like you said, we still social distancing, you know what I'm saying, but we still enjoying life.
So we reached out to Atlanta police, and they tell us there were no serious incidents related to the scenes we found on the video. All right, breaking news now from Carroll County. Within the past hour, divers recovered the body of a missing boater at Lake Buckhorn. The 38-year-old jumped off his boat and did not resurface Memorial Day. Authorities have not released his name, but once again, breaking news, his body has been recovered. Well, new developments in the shooting death of Ahmaud Arbery in Brunswick, as the U.S. Department of Justice is now launching another investigation. Plus, a Central Park confrontation goes viral. New details on the woman in front of the camera here. Welcome back. The U.S. Department of Justice is now officially investigating the shooting death of Ahmaud Arbery. Arbery was chased down and shot in February while jogging in Brunswick. Father and son Gregory and Travis McMichael are in jail in connection with the deadly shooting, as well as William Roddy Bryant, who recorded the video of Arbery's death. Attorneys for Arbery's family say they met with Justice Department officials. We're told the Department of Justice will investigate why it took so long to arrest the McMichaels, and we're told they're considering charges against state officials and others involved in this case. The attorneys saying in a statement they feel satisfied, quote, that the DOJ would do their part to fully investigate all players involved in this murder and that they would hold those responsible accountable, end quote. We will continue, of course, to follow new developments in this case as they happen. Now to a crime alert. Police are searching for the suspects involved in the shooting death of a Gwinnett County man. We brought you the story as breaking news yesterday morning on CBS 46 Morning News. The shooting happened in a subdivision on Brittany Way in Norcross. Witnesses say the shooters flashed gang signs before opening fire on 70-year-old Richard St. John and his family. St. John later died.
I hope somebody's got a good description of who it was and where it came from, and hope somebody's brought to justice.
Gwinnett County's Gang Task Force is assisting police in searching for those shooters. If you have any information that you think can help, you're asked to call Gwinnett County Police or Crime Stoppers. A video of a woman in New York City calling the cops on a black man who asked her to put her dog on a leash is going viral.
Please don't come close to me.
Sir, I'm asking you to stop recording me.
Please don't come close to me.
Please take your phone off.
Please don't come close to
And
me.
I'm taking a picture and calling the cops.
Please call the cops. Please call the cops.
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Please tell them whatever you like.
That woman was quickly identified on social media, and her name is trending on Twitter this morning. The company she works for has placed her on leave, and she also voluntarily surrendered her dog to the rescue she adopted it from. The original video has been viewed more than 16 million times.
Now, CBS 46 Pinpoint Weather, certified Atlanta's most accurate forecast.
We're tracking some light rain right now, especially for North Fulton County, Alpharetta, Dunwoody, back into Gwinnett County, Lawrenceville, Sugar Hill. This extends all the way back into Athens and all the way south down to I-20, and also some rain moving up from the south. It's moving south to north in Troup County, Carroll County, over into the Thomaston area. This wave will eventually reach the metro Atlanta area over the next 2 hours or so. This is tropical moisture. It is rooted in a tropical system that is over Florida right now. It is not expected to become a named tropical system, but it will bring heavy rain not only today, but again tomorrow to Florida, us here in Georgia and South Carolina. So let's talk about the timing here on Futurecast. A lot of the heavy rain stays along and south of I-20, but this is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We have some rain in the Atlanta metro area, Eatonton, Macon, all the way over into the Carrollton area. As we get into the evening time frame, it looks like we're going to start to dry out a little bit, but the clouds, they are not going anywhere today. We are stuck with the gloomy skies for Tuesday. That's also going to keep us a little bit cooler. It looks all in all that we're going to be a little bit drier this evening than what we saw yesterday evening. The rain chances continue for every single day this week, but they will start to taper off as we head towards the weekend. Wednesday and Thursday will both bring a chance for isolated thunderstorms. I'm not expecting a lot of storms today. It will mostly just be rain. The 24-hour temperature change is impressive from what we were seeing this exact time yesterday, anywhere from 2 to 11 degrees cooler. That's all thanks to the clouds and the rain that we have in the area. It's only 68 in Covington, 68 in Eatonton, 73 in Atlanta, and 72 for you in Ellijay. This evening, only about a 20% chance to see a few of those showers as we stay in the 70s until the sun goes down, and then we fall into the 60s overnight. We will be cool once again as we get into tomorrow. We're talking about 2 much cooler days, not only this afternoon, but for Wednesday as well. Once we get into Thursday and Friday, the second half of the week, we're back into the 80s. And look at this, the weekend forecast. We're seeing some improvements in that. Looks like we're going to be dry on Sunday and only a small chance for rain on Saturday afternoon. Karen, we're always looking forward to the weekend.
All right. Thank you so much, Molly. And check this out. Georgia Aquarium celebrating its newest arrival, a 5-foot-long, 174-pound baby beluga whale. Mom's 20-year-old Whisper. She and her baby are resting and bonding. Well, away from the other belugas. The typical gestation period for beluga whales is 15 to 16 months. The Georgia Aquarium is still closed to the public to minimize the spread of the coronavirus. All right, Georgia's nearly $10 billion movie industry is ready to get back to work. The Peach State is the first state to release guidelines on how to get back to filming. ASTRID in the ATL has the details.
And Georgia has become a huge hub for Hollywood films, and movie makers are eager to get back to work. Governor Brian Kemp supports the idea. So with help from production companies, the governor released an 11-page document, guidelines with safety and health procedures to get those cameras rolling.
And action!
Georgia is home to some of Hollywood's biggest films, from franchises like Marvel movies, as well as hit TV shows like The Walking Dead and Netflix's Stranger Things. JJ Madara is a Noonan native and a longtime special effects coordinator.
One of the most exciting shows I worked on, of course, was Stranger Things, the more well-known one. That was a fun show.
So after more than 60 days without work due to COVID-19, Georgia's lucrative TV and film production industry is ready to say action.
When we do go back, we know it's going to be hard and we know it's going to be full speed.
The entertainment industry is a vital source of jobs in Georgia. Last year, in 2019, 391 film and television productions were made in our state, supporting more than 3,000 local businesses and bringing in nearly $10 billion of economic boost to the state.
There's tons of skilled labor in Georgia by far.
In order to help restart production safely, Georgia Governor Brian Kemp released filming guidelines. Expect continued required social distancing, frequent hand washing, temperature checks, and testing for everyone. Sets will be like fortresses with a limited number of people allowed. Casting should be done remotely if possible. Actors should wear masks until they need to shoot. There will also be clear barriers between cast members until it's time to begin filming. The production will also have to keep records of the interaction between actors if distance cannot be maintained. There will be reduced number of background actors, and craft services should provide individual prepackaged portions only.
Let's just get through this together. Let's do it safely.
And one of the studios that's actually going to open first in Georgia is Tyler Perry Studios, with a set open date of July 8th. Of course, there's much more on that list. For the complete guidelines, you can go to the Georgia Film website. That's all for ASTRID in the ATL.
All right, here's what you can catch tonight on CBS 46. At 8, it's NCIS, then FBI, and then FBI Most Wanted. Get everything you need to know before you head off to sleep. CBS 46 News at 11. We'll be right back.
Tonight's primetime lineup is brought to you by West Shore Home, Atlanta's one-day bath remodeler.
Welcome back. It is Asian Pacific American Heritage Month, and now there's a new social media campaign focused on coronavirus-related discrimination against Asian Americans. It's called Wash the Hate.
So, the next time you wash your hands, wash out the hate that you may have for your fellow Americans.
The campaign asks people to film themselves washing their hands while sharing a story about how COVID-19 has impacted their lives. The goal is to raise awareness.
No hashtag campaign and no social media campaign is going to stop bigotry or end discrimination. Our goal is to create conversation that might lead to action.
Hundreds of people have already tweeted with the hashtag spreading the message against hate. After a short season, CBS 46 recognizing and spotlighting local high school athletes with our CBS 46 Cares Senior Kudos. Today, a big shout out to the seniors from the Rome High School baseball team. Congratulations to the Rome High School Wolves. We're proud of you, and I'm sure your families are as well. Find all the CBS 46 Cares Senior Kudos at cbs46.com.